Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about how I'm able to study for 10 plus hours a day. So if this is something you're interested in, please keep watching. Now I want to point out that these methods that I use, they're very helpful for students who are studying for standardized exams. For example, these are the methods I use to study for my Step 1. If you're interested in seeing a more detailed schedule for my Step 1, you can check out my YouTube video on my schedule for Step 1. I'll have it in the description box below. So again, it's not every day that I study for 10 plus hours. That would be impossible with classes. So this again is something that you can use during your dedicated time or any standardized exam. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. Now let's get into it. Okay, so the first tip I want to give is that you want to plan out your study schedule well in advance. Even if it's a day before, you still want to plan it out. My reasoning for this is you can go ahead and see exactly how many days you have till your exam and what all you need to cover. And you can go ahead and schedule and be realistic with it. If you know you need more time on a specific topic, give yourself more time. So it's very important to go ahead and plan everything out ahead of time. And once you do this, you can easily follow the schedule and you will know exactly what you need to cover. Now, the next thing I want to cover is you want to have a good mindset before you start, because a 10-hour plus study day is very exhausting. So you want to be able to be in a positive mindset and a good mindset so that you're able to continue throughout the day. And now I want to share a couple of tips on how I'm able to put myself in a positive mindset and focused. So first thing I do every morning is I do a quick 5 or sometimes 10-minute meditation. And meditation is a great way to start your day, especially when you know it's going to be a long, grueling day. When I do meditation in the morning, it allows me to set my mindset and also set my intentions for the day. And what I mean by this is it'll allow me to clear my mind and think about the tasks for the day. I approach it in a positive way, in a positive mindset, and I set my intentions. Let's say, for example, today, some of the things I want to review are heart failure and cardiomyopathies. So I'll set the intention that today I'm going to go ahead and review heart failure and cardiomyopathies. I'll also set other intentions for the day that I will have enough energy to finish my 10-hour study day. Another intention that I usually set is that I will be kind to myself throughout my study day. So what intention setting does, in a way, it actually trains your mind into looking at the positives of every day. So it'll look at studying in a more positive way. It'll look at reviewing topics that you're weaker in a more positive way. And you need this positive mindset in order to get the most out of your dedicated time or the time you're using to study for your exams. Also, I want to add, when I would set intentions for the day, I would also set more general intentions, such as today is going to be a productive study day. Today, I'm going to aim for 80% on my practice questions. So when you set intentions like this, you're training your mind to think positively. You're training your mind to think productively, and this will help you in the long term. So another thing I do throughout my study day is that I study for around 2 or 3 hours at a time, and then I'll take a break. And what I usually do on these breaks is I always get up, walk around, whether that's walking outside for 5 minutes, just getting some fresh air. Or sometimes what I'll do, if I have chores to do, I'll go ahead and after 2 hours, I'll get up. Let's say I have to do laundry, I'll go ahead and put my load of laundry in. It's a way you can move around and also get other things done at the same time. And you can use that time that you're putting in the laundry to clear your mind and just focus at the task at hand. Okay, something I found that made a huge difference for me during my dedicated time when I was studying for my Step 1. And I was studying, also I want to point out, when I was studying for my Step 1, I was studying for over 12 hours a day. I would start my day at 8 a.m. and I would end around 9:30, 10. So these methods that I'm sharing are exactly what I did during my Step 1 prep. So again, these are very long study days. These methods are the only way that helped me through. This next method or tip I want to share is very important. This is how I was able to get the energy to continue throughout the day. And that is always schedule in at least a 45-minute break. And the reason I say this is, regardless of the 5 or 10-minute breaks you would take every 2 or 3 hours, definitely schedule in that 45-minute break. And that 45-minute break will give you the chance to clear your mind. It'll give you the chance to be centered and be in the present moment. And that alone will help you stay calm and collected, and you'll be more focused on what else you need to continue throughout the rest of the day. Now, often what I would do in this 45-minute break is some kind of movement. Usually it would be a 20-minute hit, because 20 minutes would go by like that and I'd be done with a workout. Other times it was a 30-minute walk, or I would just, if I was very tired, I would just take a quick nap, 30-minute nap. And then sometimes I just wanted to chill and I would watch one of my TV shows. So definitely this break is crucial, because this break is what will allow you to get through the rest of the study day. And I recommend taking this break at least sometime in the afternoon, maybe 3 or 4 o'clock. Okay, the next thing I want to share is that you want to use resources that you know work for you. What I mean by this is, you don't want to overwhelm yourself by using multiple resources. That's not going to help you. What you want to do is you want to use trusted 3 or 4 resources that you know have worked for you in the past, and use them again for your exams. This is very important because often students don't know. Again, I'm using step 1 as an example. Some of my friends try to experiment with different resources and they end up getting frustrated because it doesn't work for them. And from that, I've learned to only stick with resources that you know work for you. Now, this next tip is a little different. I know with the pandemic, it's going to be very hard to follow this next tip, but I still want to share it in case people are able to do this. And that is, you want to have designated areas for your studying, and then other things such as relaxing and exercising. Now, I know many students are still studying from home, including medical school students. So I would suggest, however much you can designate areas, do that. For example, I use my living room at home as my designated workout area. Half of my room is designated for studying, versus the other half, where my bed is, that's designated for relaxing. Again, I know it's very hard with the pandemic, with everyone being home, but as much as you can, try to have those designated areas. It'll help you get in that mindset when you're in that area. Like when you're in the area to study, you'll be like, okay, focus, studying. When you're in the area to work out, you'll be like, yes, okay, let's go. So it'll only help you stay focused and motivated. Now, this last tip that I want to share is very important in terms of long-term memory. You want to have at least 7 hours of sleep every night. So don't go like the last 3-4 days before your exam. Don't freak out and pull an all-nighter. That will not help you on exam day. In fact, I can say throughout my med school, I've never pulled an all-nighter. So do not pull an all-nighter. It'll not help you on exam day. Instead, you'll be tired, you'll be unfocused, you just won't remember anything that easily. So instead, make sure that you have at least 7 hours of sleep every night. Another way you can enjoy and wind down is have an evening routine that you really enjoy. This can be anything. Like for me, it was taking a nice long hot shower. Showers just relax me, so I would take really nice long hot shower and I would come out, do my skincare routine. I love skincare, so I would do a really long nice skincare routine that would calm me down. And I also ended my night with meditation. Meditation really helped me with my anxiety. And if you guys would like more information on that, I'd love to share exactly how meditation helped me. I always meditated in the morning just to set my intention and put my mind in the right place to be grounded and focused for the day ahead. And at night, my meditation allowed me to relax and have a good night's sleep. So again, I want to stress again that a good night's sleep is very important, especially if you're prepping for standardized exams, whether that's the MCAT or the Step 1 exam. You want to have at least 7 hours of sleep every night. It's during that sleep that you'll process your long-term memories, and on test day, you'll be able to remember everything so much better. Again, these are tips and methods that I used when I was prepping for my Step 1. All of these tips have been very helpful. The most, I would say, to be honest, was meditation, because I would often find myself spiraling out of control in anxiety, and meditation was the only thing that helped me stay centered and grounded. So that's something I highly recommend to everyone. Everyone should have a way that they feel more safe, they feel centered, and they feel grounded, especially when you're working so hard and you're studying for these long hours. Because one of the things I struggled with was falling asleep at night. I often would not get those 7 hours of sleep, especially the first month I was studying. I would only get maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep because my anxiety was so bad. And after that I started meditation, and that allowed me to get the 7 hours sleep I needed. So yeah, these are my tips and methods that I used. Thank you for watching, and if you have any tips or methods that you'd like to share below, please do. And if you decide to try these, also please share that down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.